Hey everybody, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to do all the socially things scrolling past you on the screen right now. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, follow me on Patreon, and there's a live stream tonight, which is live every Monday night at midnight UK time on this channel. So pop along and say hi and watch the show for a bit. That'd be cool. Thank you. See you there. Anyway, what was I here for? Yeah. Now then. I might be making this up. This could be utter rubbish. I am not a medical professional and have done no research in this area whatsoever. This is just something I thought of this morning, so I figured I'd talk to you for about 10 minutes about it. I was looking in the mirror, as I do so frequently, and thinking to myself, damn, I'm good looking. Like, really good looking. And when you work out that I'm 43 years old, I think, damn, I'm even better looking there because, you know, it's all relative and everyone else who's 43 looks like my dad. And I don't look like that. I look amazing. I look spectacular for my age. I look spectacular in general, but when you add for my age afterwards, wow. And I'm thinking that as I'm looking into the mirror. And I think that every time I look into the mirror. And it occurred to me that, especially over the last sort of year of my life, whatever, I've encountered people who don't necessarily agree with that opinion. Which is crazy, I know, but those insane, deranged people are out there that they don't seem to think that I'm as good looking as I think I am. And there comes a point when you sort of have to ask yourself, am I as good looking as I think I am? I'm not asking for your opinion, by the way. That's a rhetorical, right? Don't comment. I know I'm not as good looking as I think I am. I mean, if someone says, am I as good looking as I think I am? Your first question has to be, I don't know, how good looking do you think you are, right? The answer is more than I am. Definitely more than I am. Without a shadow of a doubt, way more. Now, what's the deal with that? And that's why I mentioned body dysmorphia. And I'm using that as a very loose blanket term for sort of being detached from reality when you look at your own body one way or another. And I think there are some very commonly known versions of this, but they're not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a sort of almost the opposite of those conditions. Sort of not, I look in the mirror and I think I'm worse than I am, but I look in the mirror and think I'm far better than I am. Right? That kind. Going the other way with it. I'm looking in the mirror and seeing something that effectively isn't true. Right? One way or another. My ranking of me within the good-looking spectrum is askew. And maybe that's a very common thing, but what might not be so common in this case is just how high up that spectrum I believe myself to be. I know I have flaws, I'm not perfect, and for God's sake I am a middle-aged 43-year-old man who the last time he went to a gym, the Spice Girls were in the charts. So, there are flaws here. I have awful teeth. There's so many things, right? I'm quite flabby here. There's nothing like definition. There's sagging definition here. It's quite upsetting without a shirt, honestly. That's a bit too far. That I hurt myself there. That's unfair. But anyway, I'm not giving myself the truth. There is a narc filter on this. There is a way I'm seeing the world that is different from what's really there. And it becomes an important thing, right? I'm constantly looking at people and ranking them compared to me. Are they better looking than me or not? And that matters. That is a thing in my world. It's not a thing in most people's worlds. That's not supposed to be a thing in your world. It's a very shallow and meaningless thing. There are better things to worry about than how good looking you are. I mean, well, if you absolutely butt ugly, then maybe that's a problem, and sorry to those people. I'm so sorry. But I think for most people, we aren't preoccupied to this alarming degree with how good we think we look. Right? And I realize I managed to keep it masked to a certain extent. It isn't the be all and end all of me. I'm someone who manages to avoid thinking too much about things like clothes, because I know that if I got into it, I would get far too into it. That kind of thing. And that's a very expensive one to get into. So I try and avoid it. But it's there. I spend an awful lot of time looking in the mirror. And I can hear people say, so why don't you look better? Because I think I look amazing. That's why. And especially since I've recently lost some weight, this is tight. Yeah. That's what's going on in my head. There's confidence, and then there's too much where it doesn't belong. And I don't know what the hell you do about that. You can try and hang on to reality, right? I know I'm not A-list movie star good looking. But I don't want to say that out loud. That was difficult to say out loud. What the hell is that about? Why can't I hold on to that? That I might be slightly above average good looking. That's upsetting. No, I'm not happy with that. This is clearly a thing I have to deal with. Narcissistic body dysmorphia. Are any of us as good looking as we think we are? Do any of us take it this far? That's the problem. As I've said, narcissism is a little VU meter. Most of it's green and it bumps up into yellow and goes to red when you've gone too far. And we're all spiking this meter occasionally. But those of us with MPD live in the yellow and the red. It's always a bit too loud. It's always that bit too much. Some people bubble around in the green a little bit, and we see them on Facebook and Instagram, and we go, they're narcissists. And the rest of us sit back and go, you have no idea. Oh, they're amateurs. Anyway, I don't know. What the hell was that about? I'll see you later. Bye.